just happened with my live, but something happened to it. I just want to apologize for it. I got midstream, and for some reason, I didn't have a connection. I just want to get back on here live real quick, and I just wanted to finish what I was going to say. Uh, so, yeah, my brother Brad and I, no matter what way you look at it, we're recovering addicts. I've been 7 years sober on alcohol, and he's been almost 4 months sober on opiates and other stuff that he was addicted to. So, him and I have more of a connection now than we did before when we were younger. To be honest with you, we weren't the closest and we weren't the nicest to each other. Um, we both shared a lot of anger towards each other because we didn't understand the life that we had been brought into. Going way back, I'm going to start way back. Uh, I'm an orphan. My brother's an orphan. If you guys don't know what an orphan is we're we're a group of souls that wasn't raised by a family. It was we were jumped around, and now they call them foster homes. They call them whatever, temporary homes. For me, that's what it was for me and my three brothers. Okay, um, so Brad and I we love each other unconditionally now more than we ever did. I'll just put it that way. But growing up as an orphan, it does change a person's feeling of survival. Um, all kinds of things are affected by a child's life. It's very important to understand, from my perspective, from the moment that a child is born, for the first 6 months of that child's life, it's very important for that child to know what love feels like and what love is, because that connection is bonded right at that moment. And I was kind of misled through my life, and so was in my brothers. And uh, we had a hard time understanding what that love was or what it felt like for many years of our lives. And it led us to astray, and it led us down different roads that were paved out not by our choices, but we stumbled upon through the journey. And started drug use at a young age, started alcohol use at a young age, very young age, I might add. Um, and suppressed our normal problems. And this is where um, my spiritual journey began, was from birth. And I remember bits and pieces of my life um, being guided through the journeys, but just didn't listen. Wasn't listening. And a lot of people do that. And as we get older, we grow older with wisdom and understanding. Some do. Some just never get the opportunity to because they're stuck right in that rut. And but I'm speaking from from an addictive perspective right now, from what it was like for me um, through the process. So take it for what it is. Um, so yeah, the process is difficult and it's not easy. And I hope that you guys can get a better, clear view of who I am. I really do. Because my YouTube channel, is just a different way, I guess. And I have a hard time explaining myself because I don't want sympathy or empathy or someone feeling sorry for me for who I am. And you know what I mean, or where I came from, because there's no reason for anybody to be sorry, not even me, at this point in my life. To me, my past is my past, and I've moved on and I've learned from it, and I still use it as a tool today through my healing processes and throughout people that I meet, and I can use it as a tool to relate to others and where they are in their lives. So, f I guess what I'm trying to say is we're not all that different from each other. We are only the products of our environments and what we've done for our own learning and understanding. Everyone's on an evil playing field, but some do the extra work, some do the extra research, some change their lives because they realize what they're doing could be a learning tool to help others, I guess is what I'm saying. Hey, Angel, how are you? Thanks for coming in today. I appreciate it. Just talking about a life of an addict and a recovering addict. My brother lives with me, and he's been sober for almost 4 months now, and recovering from an addict. And I'm a recovering alcoholic. I've been 7 years sober. So, just to give you a little rundown of basically what I'm talking about, and so I'm 46 years old, and so 7 years. So I was like 40 years old when I quit drinking, and tried quit. I did try quit drinking. I quit when I was 32, 30 years old as well, and I quit for 2 years. In those 2 years, it was pretty interesting. Trying to live a life without something that's been in my life for so long was really difficult. And like I said, it only lasted 2 years because I loved it so much. So alcohol is baffling if you can't control it. And it will control you and eventually kill you. So I had to go through a near-death experience. And it's hard for me to sit behind the camera and talk about my faults and my disparities and where I had to go to get where I am. And so I promised myself after I recovered from this near-death experience that I wouldn't do it again. And so many times before, I always said that to myself, so I was always leery about, can I do it this time? So I had to ask for help this time, and I asked for that help to give me the strength to quit for good, and I did. But I lost everything in the process, and maybe not necessarily what you guys think, but I lost old friends that I used to party with. There was just so many things, nightlife and going out in public, and I had to remove myself from all that. Remove myself from certain stores where I used to buy alcohol, and so there's so many things that I had to completely change in my life, and it was so hard for me to do, and so I had to go back into it. And I got into drinking so much heavier this last time to the point where I had a near-death experience, and I drank over, I don't know, I drank 64 ounces of moonshine in one setting, and it was still standing up and still functioning. And there was so many people around me that couldn't understand why I did it. But once I got home, that's when it all happened. I got in my bathroom, and that's where I was set until the next morning. And all that other is just a memory. I mean, a lot of it, I went through a lot of experience. It's hard to explain what I had to go through that death. I went and saw my whole life flash before me. And I saw the devil and the demons trying to take me away, grabbing me and telling me, we want your soul. And something just said, you're not taking it. You're not. It's mine. And the next morning, things changed in my life. It was a lot easier to deal with life, realizing that it was a choice for mine not to drink, and that I can choose in the second that I didn't want to drink. And it started from there. And once I had that feeling that I had to drink, I just thought to myself, do I want to go back to where I was? I've made it this far, so let's just do it another day. And just one day led to a week, and then a week led to a month, and then, like you guys can actually figure it out, it's been 7 years. So it's an amazing feeling to be able to come on here and confidently express my faults and who I am, or who I was, and who I've become. So it's a pleasure. I want to go back in here to the chat real quick because um, I want to just communicate with you guys a little bit. Angela, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. I'm good. Thanks, buddy. Great to see you live. I've never been an addict, but I used to smoke weed. I have a family and friends that are, it's horrible. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's exactly right. Hey, in 5D Abundance, thank you for coming in and appreciate you. And we're all doing well. And Angela says hi too, 5D Abundance. So, yeah, and I think I realized that this time in my life, this is a journey in my life. I want to start expressing more positive things in my journey. And for the last 4.5 months, in Maine, it gets really cold in the wintertime. And I struggle in the wintertime because it's something that I go into deep hermit mode. And it's my time. This year was the first year that I actually went into deep hermit mode and started doing real self-healing work and started really getting deep into my subliminal messaging and healing and vibrational energy and using my organite throughout this winter. And it really helped me drastically. And I stayed really low key on the internet and YouTube. And it was just because my body and I needed to do this. Because I knew this spring was going to be my coming out year where I have something to offer this world, and it's me. I have me to offer you. And we have a lot of things in common and that's going on in your life and in mine. There's been so many directions where I had no direction and no help and how to get there or how to get out of it. And I had my struggles. There were certain people in my life that did help me. And that's important and that's key. And the key is never to stomp or walk on anybody else's dignity. Respect one another from where they're coming from. Because once you start understanding that you're no better than that individual that you're involved with or you're speaking to, that you're both on the same level, for God's sakes, they were both beautiful souls trying to make it in our way in our journey, and maybe we've come along and met at this very moment for one certain reason, to connect on a level that's never been seen in a long time. On that connection of love, divinely love, that maybe you've been brought here because we are connected on that level, that we have something that we can both talk about and relate to in our lives, that we are human beings and that we do face evil and discernment and betrayal and disappointments. It all happens to all of us, and it's easier if we can all come together and say, look, man, I can relate to that. I can understand you. Maybe I can say a couple of things that you could actually get out of. Who knows? I don't do this YouTube thing because I'm getting paid to do it for a lot of money, or that's nothing to do with that. It's for me to express myself, and that you and I are a lot alike. We are friends, and we have connections together. Plain and simple. I mean, it's whatever direction you want to take it. But please, just give yourself and myself the opportunity. That's all I'm saying. Is just give the individual the same opportunity. It ain't gonna take long, and you'll figure it out. Maybe there isn't a connection or a match, and so mote it be. But that next person that you might come along may be, and that's totally awesome in my view. But as long as we're not taking these indifferences in a negative manner and saying, look, with a positive mind, yeah, great, this is awesome. That just find your own way. Just find your own way, and whatever that may be. But just try to seek that joy that you've always been seeking in this life, and whatever that brings to you. I'm going to show you something that's my recent joy. See my little puppy? Such a sweetheart. And her name is Alistair. And I picked this name very special and specific because if you look up the word Alistair in Greek, it's protector. Okay? And a lot of the things that I do in my life now are done with reason and with meaning and almost like a daily ritual. And I give thanks and gracious, if it's me doing dishes, or if it's me sweeping the floor, or if me going in and taking a shower, I'm giving thanks because I'm grateful for being here. Because you know what? I don't have to be here on this planet. There's powers to be that say that I need to be here for their help. And for my help too. So there are divine reasons why we're all here. The purpose is whatever you make it. But my purpose is to show and express the action and reaction of unconditional love. And whatever that way it may be. Because that's what brings me happiness. When I can bring joy to others and see joy in others' eyes and their feeling and their energy, that I had something to do with that, that brings me greater joy than any money that could ever be given to me. And that's just such, that's heartfelt. And what I do in my home, I don't have a regular job. I don't work a 9 to 5. I take care of my home, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of taking care of my wife and my grandson and my brother right now and my son-in-law that was here before. That brings me great joy. It brings me joy that I can make a meal for them with love and have that as my ritual and know that I'm doing this out of love and I'm sharing my love in this gift that I'm giving you guys in this meal. So I don't have to do this on YouTube because I'm doing it every day in my life. Nor do I have to come on here and say, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing. That is not going to be me. That'll never be me. I use YouTube as a way to share an expression of me and who my true self is. Wherever it goes from there, that's up to the beholder that who comes in here that's been divinely directed to me. Because I feel that there is a divine connection on these videos. Certain people come and watch your videos for certain reasons. Divinely or just something in their head decides to clip on it. Just like with me, when I go and see your videos or any other video that's on YouTube. Usually it's a divine connection. It's something that I need to go and check out. Maybe I can learn. So I'm going to leave you with that because it's 18 minutes and I already had another video that got dropped, disconnected for some reason. I don't know why, but it's okay. I didn't get upset about it. I just figured, well, screw it. It didn't get recorded, so I'll just come back on here and just reiterate what I was trying to say. So anyway, I really give thanks for all the ones that are in here today. I thank you very much. Angela, I appreciate you being in here. And I don't believe in time. Now that I don't have a 9 to 5 job, I don't believe in time per se. Time is eliminated because I have certain responsibilities throughout my day that have to be done. You know, those are responsibilities that I've chosen for myself. So those are different. But as far as time goes, I'm trying to make better myself. Trying to make a couple hours a day so I can go and read and learn and something that I didn't know. And I've been deep diving in something, if you guys are still on here, he's a very interesting man. He's no longer with us. He died in 2022. But Jordan Maxwell, he spent his whole entire life studying religions and everything about how the world works. Here we go. Here's Sydney. Sydney wants to get in the live for a minute. But anyway, so I've been doing a lot of rabbit hole diving on Jordan Maxwell. If you guys want to go and look him up, he's a great guy. It's extremely interesting. And just doing a lot of stuff, a lot of philosophical stuff. Philosophy, looking up philosophy, Spinoza, Kant, Immanuel Kant. Just so many interesting people that I've been deep diving on, and I think I suggest everyone to try to do a little interesting work. If you're going to be on the internet, why not do a little research? You know, try to do some self healing work, and you eventually figure it out that things start just connecting to you, and then one leads to another thing, and then you just keep going. But it's very important for everyone, actually not for everyone, but for me, to take at least an hour of my day for myself and just meditate and try to get clear minded so I can, when I come on here, I can do some awesome videos and I can speak from the heart and the soul and say things that are meaningful. And maybe I try to be meaningful with everything that I try to say and heartful. uh, my energy is just, I can't control the energy level of who I am. I'm at a high level, and it's hard sometimes. It's hard. It really is to not get excited when I can bring a smile to someone's face and my own and others. See, I got there. Alistair was so happy she wanted to get into the video, I guess. I got some good pictures of her last night. Um, she's just such a beautiful addition. It was exactly what I needed her and goals. And it's funny because you can tell she's got her own personality. She's Miss Independence. Miss Independence, huh? Miss Independence. Yeah. I love you, baby. Come up here. You want to come? Oh, yes. Give Papa kisses. Oh, yes. Give Papa kisses. Oh, yeah. I love you. I love you. All right. All right. So back to what I was doing. Yeah. So my brother Brad, he came in a couple of months ago with his dog and stuff, and not really knowing for sure that Sydney was pregnant, but she was. So 3 months later, we had a litter of puppies, and we got rid of all of them except for this one. She originally was going to go with my daughter. My daughter last minute decided that it wasn't her. She couldn't. It didn't fit her style. Like they didn't mix. So she ended up taking a male instead, and I grabbed her because we connected. Ever since she was a baby puppy, I brought her downstairs and held her and told her that I loved her and she's a beautiful thing. And we just have been connecting so much on that level. So, you gonna say hi? Say hi. No. So, she's mine, and we're gonna have a great relationship, and she's gonna be another part of my channel. As long as she's gonna be a part of it. I know she is, and so isn't Owen, and so isn't some of my family members eventually. Because if you guys look at my title on my channel and in my description, it's Yugen Bliss, The Road to Happiness. And Yugen is the mysteries of the universe. You guys can call it Chi, you can call it Prana, you can call it Organite, you can call it Orgon. It's an energy that you can't see, but you can feel, touch. You can't really touch it either. So it's a mystery. It's the view of a mountain, and it's the view that you can't see behind that mountain where you are. Yugen. That's what Yugen really is. So Yugen's always been, let me tell you a short thing about Yugen. I started making Organite about 10 years ago. Well, no, probably like 8 or 9 years ago. After I quit, it's been a while. It was right before I quit my job, and it was something that I started looking up after I went to Wilhelm Reit's museum in Rangeley, Maine. And I found out that Orgon is a sexual energy, and his symbol actually is a symbol of a woman's ovaries and the uterus. And this is a deep conversation. I could probably go into it. I could speak about it for hours because I'm a deep diver when it comes to Organite. I did a lot of research. I've done my homework. I'm still doing homework on it, trying to learn more about it. And I decided to make it. And so I made it and I created it. And I have pieces of my own. And eventually I sold some. I stopped doing it. I got scared. I'm not going to lie. It was weird. There was some experiences that I went through, and whatever. That's so be it. But this year I'm going to start doing more of it. I'm going to go back this summer and do some. So just to give you an idea or a little heads up, I'm just blabbering right now because I'm talking and playing with my dog at the same time. So thank you, Angela. Yeah, he is. But I appreciate everyone coming in and joining the chat today. And I do appreciate it. And hopefully you learned a little bit more about me. I'm getting high fives from... You gonna say hi? You see you? What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? He's so... Yeah, she's awesome. High five. High five. Good job. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Yugen Bliss, Road to Happiness. Have a great day. Be well. Take care. And show mercy. And show your love. I'm a lighthouse. Steady and strong. For the world to see my light shine bright. I want to see yours. Have a great day.